stuff.
Really what we want to talk about is this whole rev thing. It's hitting a market that's really interesting to us.
I think so. So we've got this D20.
Mm-hmm.
You've got that new Bad Cat Ocelot,
Right.
which was called something else originally, right?
Yeah, we did a video about it. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. When it came out, name it was called something else.
Right.
Yeah, you mentioned the Friedman stuff. Also, one of the things I think about is that synergy head with the modules that go in.
Yeah.
It's got a load in there, and it's also got the DI with the IRs that you can choose.
And I think of Supro's new amp, the Airwave.
Yeah, the Airwave.
It's because it can go DI out.
That Joey Landreth rev stuff. It's
Right.
like that also.
Well, the Fender Tone Master stuff.
There's a lot.
Not tubes, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty similar.
There's a lot of amps that are coming out with these types of setups, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm really interested in all of them because all my amps right now are kind of like classic style amps
Mm-hmm.
that don't give me IR out options.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have like a built-in load. Don't really even have effects loops in most of my amps.
Right.
So, not that I really want to use a ton of that stuff all the time, but I do kind of want to have that stuff as an option.
Right. Well, and my thing is, it would be an amazing gigging amp when you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah. It's different if you played the same venue or the same types of venues multiple times and you're going again. You know what to bring. You know what works.
Yep.
But yeah, when you're walking into a spot, like you said, you don't know what you're getting into. I've got a gig like that later today, and you've got a gig like that later today.
Yeah, we actually are playing kind of this, it's a
Yeah, it's like a little event going on.
showcase type thing, and he's playing with his band and I'm playing with mine. So.
But we're kind of going in, and I think it's going to be a little bit of a throw and go, and we don't really know what we're getting into.
Right.
One of these amps would have been great for that.
It would have been.
Yeah, but we don't have it.
It'd be not, that Ocelot would be perfect for me right now.
That would be, I think that synergy would be amazing for me. If I wanted to bring like a Z-Rex style thing, I pop that in there. If I want to bring a Marshall thing or a Fender. Yeah. It gives you 3 channels because you got a clean built on it. And then whatever preamp you've got in there, a lot of those preamps are 2 channels. They've got an Imperial.
And then Marshall just released that JMP module.
Yeah, the Imperials out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. So many cool options. Not just talking about the synergy one, but amps of this style. I think for the gigging musician might be the future.
I think
modelers, I think move over.
I mean, this gives you the feel.
Yep.
The only thing that kind of runs into this market just a little bit, and like, to me, this tube amp idea has a better, you can plug a cab into it, you can use it live.
Yep.
You can use it and you're going to be heard.
Don't have to go direct if you don't want to.
The only thing that's kind of in this market are the preamp pedals, like the Tone Keen Imperial.
No,
pedal.
they're not.
I mean, it doesn't go straight to a speaker.
You would have to have a power amp, and that's the problem.
Right, but also think about what is it, Victory?
Mm-hmm.
They make those preamp pedals that can be heads.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
But it's also like $1,100, and at that point, you could look at these other options.
You could buy a Victory head for that price.
Well, yeah, but like it can't potentially go direct.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff on the market right now, but to me, these tube amps with the direct option, with the 2 notes and all that,
I think they are bringing something new to the forefront that I think is going to slowly start taking over. I think that it's coming back around again. I think these classic amps and tube amps and amps on stage, recently I've seen, it seems like it's coming back around again. People are realizing the advantages of having it.
Well, the feel you can't replace. And
the interaction.
And I'm thinking this is a good middle ground for people who want to go direct, but want the feel and the sound of their tube amp.
The cool thing is, the ones with all these have masters.
Oh, yeah.
So the cool thing is, you can send your DI line out to front of house. And then you can set this up, even on side stage, pointing at you, or whatever, tilted up or anything, and have the master just loud enough where you're comfortable, but you're not throwing off the front of house or hidden mics or anything like that.
Right.
You could do that just where you're comfortable and not worry about the front of house, knowing that the front of house has got a good DI with an IR that you selected. Yeah. And all they've got to do is just roll your volume up.
I got a question for you.
You like that sound effect?
Sure, sounds great. Anyways, do you think any major manufacturer, like amp manufacturer, are going to try this out where they have a tube option? Now, Fender does it with a digital amp where you can go DI
solid
out.
state.
Yeah, it is solid state. Do you think they'll go get a tube amp and try to figure this out, or do you think Marshall might do that since Freeman's kind of taken that market? Like maybe Vox. Do you think Matchless would go into this? I doubt Matchless would.
Here's the other option. Here's the other option, and I've thought about this a lot, especially for my amps that don't have a lot of these things like IRs selectable with a DI option. The other option is to get one of those 2-notes Captor X's, those little bitty boxes that look like a direct box. Set it on top of your amp, and you plug your speaker cable into it, and then out of that box back in your speaker. And then there's also a DI that you can select. You can load your IR that you like in there and turn it on and plug it in into the main house.
Right.
I've thought about that with my amps whenever they don't have that as an option.
Well, like for your deluxe, Tone King makes an Iron Man 2 attenuator, and it's got a DI out.
Yep.
And it takes a dummy load.
Well, then we're starting to move then into like the 2-notes Reload 2 that they come out with. It comes out a stereo power amp. It's got stereo effects loops. It's got a DI out with IRs.
So I guess where I'm getting with this, where are you leaning? Are you leaning towards the tube amp that has a DI option like the Rev? Are you leaning towards like an Iron Man attenuator like from Tone King, or Friedman makes a no mic type of thing that sends direct out?
Mic no mo.
Mic no mo.
Mic no mo. I like that.
Yeah, so like where are you leaning? Maybe the pedal that has a DI option? I don't know.
Where I'm at now is I think I'm leaning towards the amp with the IRs built in it and the DI and everything made in it. I think
and just having a head.
I think
like
having
the Rev
with just built in a head, and I'll bring a 112 cab or something, and I think that's where I lean. But then it sounds awful, but we're the tone pros. We can't help it.
Yeah.
And then I also want an attenuator with a possible DI out.
Oh gosh.
I do.
I do have problems, dude.
Yeah. The reason is because you could use that just as an attenuator. I'm not necessarily saying I want to use that as the DI option with everything.
But it would give you options.
It would give me the options to DI or use it as an attenuator.
That Tone King thing's $800.
I know.
The Captors are like what, $500-$600?
You can get one of those 2-notes Captor X's for like $300.
Oh, but it has to be a certain ohm.
Has to be a certain ohm. It's like the old hot plates. And then there's an attenuation knob on there too. It attenuates your speaker like just a couple clicks.
Right.
But I think I'm leaning towards maybe having one of those Captor X's. It doesn't have to be the fancy Tone King one, but just something to have an IR like that Captor X, and then also have a head. So on the gigs where I'm not for sure what's going on, I would bring that, D20 Mark II or whatever I decide to go on, Synergy amp. I would bring that on the gigs I don't know what's going to happen, or I know I need to be quiet on stage. And then for the nights where I know that most likely I can play my deluxe, or it's right on the edge and I just need to attenuate it down a little bit, or it's not going to be near loud enough and I need to get to front of house, but that's the amp I want to play. Like if I want to bring a Pro Junior and I want to crank it up, I stick that Captor X on there, and I could go direct out of that Pro Junior straight to front of house.
Right.
And it would be a huge sound because it's an amp, a little Tweed cranked all the way up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's my thing is I want a cheaper version of an attenuator with a DI out, and then also the head. That's where I'm at. But if I had to pick one, I'd pick the head with the IR.
I think the head makes the most sense.
It does.
And I don't know which I'd be looking at, because I like the Bad Cat, I like the Rev.
If I have to pick one to have right now, I would pick the D20 Mark II.
Yeah.
The close second would be that Synergy modules.
Ah, okay.
That would be the close second for me.
Yeah.
And I think on different days I flip-flop. I think different days I flip-flop.
Well, it also depends, like, are you wanting a lot just from the amp? Because the Synergy could pretty much serve as your pedal base.
It does everything. Yeah, you got 3 channels built in that thing.
The D20 is more like what you're used to.
It's a pedal platform kind of amp. Not to say that that's all it is, but it is a great sounding pedal platform. Kind of set up for that.
Right.
Okay. We could talk about this for a long time.
It's cool. I'm curious what you all are using out there, especially for more direct-to-house type of sounds. So just let us know what you're using. If it's a Helix, let us know. Okay? Maybe we're in the need-to-know category right now.
That's right. Okay.